I am general manager of Whiskey Island Still and Eatery. It's a restaurant right on the water in Cleveland. I do everything. I'm a guy that's so active, lead by example. It's what my dad's motto was. And I kind of stand in the center of the tornado. So when there's 2,000 people want care, and I take care of them. They don't like their plate, boom, it's gone. Here's a new one. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll take care of you, okay? I injured my shoulder multiple times over the past 20, 30 years. I will be turning 69 years of age. I want to be a very active person still. I think I could do it now. Where I was a little concerned before that, it was like I was going to lose this wing, and I don't want to lose it. I need this arm to do everything I want to do. I did a lot of research. I interviewed a lot of doctors in Cleveland. I went on YouTube as last resort, and all of a sudden I started finding people on YouTube. The product that's implanted in my shoulder was one from a manufacturer that this gentleman had, and then he told me Dr. Paxton was the person that put it in.
He had seen a number of physicians in his area where he lives and wanted to get another opinion. In medicine, I think it's one of the last industries that we kind of think of. You have to see somebody that's around the corner for you or in the same state, and that's not always the case. So we first made it easy for him. More, it's just a phone call. It's easy, not a lot of pressure, and we just kind of talk about what kind of treatment he's had, what's going on, how this is affecting his life, and then talked about what the possible options would be. He had a really bad shoulder. He had a lot of arthritis, a lot of stiffness, had been affecting him quite a bit. He's a very active person, so we wanted to make sure we found a solution that would get him back doing all those things.
Yes. I finally came here to Rhode Island to meet Dr. Paxton and be reassured by him that this is really what I'm going to need, what I'm going to want.
The procedure that we decided to do for him was a shoulder replacement. This is where we replace the ball with a metal ball, the socket with a plastic socket. We used an implant that's very bone preserving to get him a better functioning shoulder and a lot less pain.
He said to me, looked me right in the eye and said, I will always be by your side. I do everything. I do the surgery, I do the closing, and afterward, I will be right by your side in recovery to tell you how it all went. He did exactly that.
The Joint Center at the Miriam, you can have a facility that's nice anywhere, but it really comes down to the people.
I must have had 15, 20 people in there. I felt like VIP. The anesthesiologist was in there for the shoulder block, the other one for general anesthesiology, blood pressure, everything. Someone's putting socks on me. I was like, wow.
Everybody's really good at their job there. They know what they're doing. They help us provide the best outcome for patients and give them the best surgery.
After surgery, Dr. Paxton walks in and said, your shoulder took me an hour longer because you were full of bone spurs and a lot of arthritis.
So let's have you raise your arms all the way up. It was a tough surgery. He had bad arthritis and a very stiff shoulder. We were able to get a nice implant in there in a good position. Couldn't be happier with how it turned out.
Took the brace off and says, you're worried about vertical, right? And he took my arm and just went straight up with it. He goes, how's that for vertical? And I go, oh my God. Took an x-ray, took his camera out, took a picture and goes, that's your implant. Now, come on. How more personal can you be to a patient right after surgery than that?
My part's relatively straightforward. I do an hour, 2 hours of surgery, and then the rest of it is on him, on the patient, and couldn't have picked a better patient in terms of his willingness to do the rehab and his diligence. He just really went all in.
Since that surgery now, I feel like I have gained all my movement. I can raise my arm all the way up. A lot of people go, yeah, I got my shoulder. I raised my arm all the way up, both arms.
I'm just really happy that he's having such good outcome with his shoulder. He's got much less pain, a lot more function. This is his busy season for work here in the summer, and this is going to help him quite a bit.
You can look a person in the eye when they're talking, at least I can, and see if this is the real deal. He is the real deal. I have the tremendous respect for him, and I am so appreciative for what has happened. And I'm on the road to recovery, and that's what I like. I knew that I couldn't fix this, and I knew Dr. Paxton could. I am not going to stop. I am going to live life until I drop. I'm not hanging anything up. They'll hang me up first before that.